I've ended my work week. I had to work on all my Facebook things and Instagram. But I'm here. I guess I'm gonna dedicate. I usually dedicate all of my streams to the animals, but today I guess I want to recognize my friend. She passed away, and she was my resident, and she was the one person that told me that I'd be a good live streamer and I should be on camera. So I guess in her memory, I'm gonna keep going because this is what she'd want me to do. She also wanted me to do crocheting, and I do knitting, but I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna practice my crocheting. Oh, hello. How you doing? I had my crazy work week, and it was crazy. There's not enough healthcare workers in the world. There really is not. So it was very stressful. So I came home and slept, and there was no streaming time if I wanted any. Yeah, you can ask a question. It's nice to have a stream where people are actually wanting questions. I've been having some crazy streams where people want to live chat all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, what's this? Like my. It's coming towards me in life. Oh, well, thank you. I don't know. Sometimes I go through a crazy work week and I feel like I'm like 1,000 years old. I watch people die, and all the people that die support me before they die, so which was nice. And my friend that did die, and she ended up having a peaceful death. She always supported me and told me that I should be a live streamer and I should not give up. So, in her memory, I'm just gonna keep going. All right. So you just want to know what's coming towards you in life, and let me get this name right. I never get them right. Great creator. Okay. I like the name. I'm gonna try to create some actual good reels because I haven't been able to do that. I had some preset ones that I use. I'm trying to get the glare off my damn TV. There we go. But anyways, I haven't actually made any that I made, so I didn't share them over here. So, but let me see what's coming towards you. All right, in your life, you're right now on a new moon in Gemini, and this is a communication card. And I guess you're in a spot in your life. I see that you're misunderstood. That's what I'm picking up here. And you have a waning moon and a crescent moon following, just surrounding you. So I feel I'm sensing a lot of, I don't know, like regret, and we all have that. I have regret every day, so I'm sensing regret and where you and where you just don't believe in yourself as much. So I do sense that there is something coming towards you, and it is good. And I see that karma. honestly is going to bring you something, and I believe it's going to be more than financial. I see somebody coming in your life that's going to help you and bring you, I guess, companionship that you've been looking for. And eventually, after that, if I see that things are after that, there's going to be more money involved. But sometimes that's how these things actually work, because money isn't that really important. It's just something we created that we decide is important. What's important is how we treat one another. So I'm a big believer in that. You need money to survive because we created that as society, but you need others around you to surround you and empower you. So, but I mean, I'm going through the same thing, and we all need it in different phases in our life. I lost faith in a lot of things myself. So, you see things, you see people getting abused, you see all these horrible things in life, and that's about it. And you try to make sense of it, and sometimes you don't, and sometimes you do. But they tell me that's life. And I'm just so tired of hearing that's life, and I try to come over here, I guess, to make a difference, to try to help a little bit and maybe encourage people to be nicer, because there's just a lot of atrocities going on. Because I guess there's more pit bulls dying now. They're being neglected and abused more, which is sad, because these pit bull mixes are some of the most loyal and smart dogs there are. So I shared a lot of posts there about that. Oh, sure. I guess I'll give a shout out to Dick Gar. Okay, what? And who is my next boyfriend? Well, the thing is you don't really get those kind of things, a true boyfriend, until you've satisfied things and learned lessons that they want to teach you. Just because you want something does not mean you're going to get it. And this is absolutely true. Because if the universe doesn't think you're ready for a boyfriend, you will not get one. You will literally get someone that maybe want to have sex with you, but you will not get a true boyfriend. And you will not get a soulmate until you make your peace with God. And this is true. I mean, I did not get my first boyfriend until I made peace with God, and that's just all it is. Because that's considered a gift. It's not considered something that's just given to you. You gotta kind of earn it with the universe. So what I would do is start doing some good deeds, and if you do enough good deeds, usually somebody really nice falls in your lap. But until that happens, you may not get another one, because these are gifts to us, and people don't realize this. You can have fake boyfriends, but the true boyfriends that come and actually want to be with you, and the long lasting ones, are the ones that you earn by your good deeds. And I've learned this because I used to, when I was younger, I used to try to fib a little. And sometimes I got, I guess, influenced by society. And I would try to do bad things as I seen everybody else do them, and I thought it was cool. And I went years and years without anybody until I turned around my life and started doing things for the common good. So I guess that's up to the fate when that happens. I mean, you might find someone that wants to have sex with you, but that's just how life goes. They give you one great love if you give love. And not just because romantic love. You got to give love to humans and animals and the world around you. You got to try to do something to make a difference for them to help, because this is what spirits want us to do. They want us to help each other and help out society in any little way you can. Even if it's bringing your neighbor food or checking on someone or volunteering somewhere, this is what they want. And it's absolutely true. This is why I do good acts, because anyone that wants to die in peace and have a good life of financial stability, that's what this is one thing, one way of doing it. And if you're born into let's say you're born into a rich family, usually, if you're too greedy, usually they end up killing you off the universe. You'll die one. The greediest one will die first, and then the next greediest one will die, and then the next greediest one will die, and you'll come down with all kinds of strange things. You'll have a heart attack, you'll have cancer, you'll have this, you'll have that. But this is how the universe works. It'll kill you off or give you a life of misery. And that's how angels get even with you. So I guess that's the answer to that question. If you're a good person and you're trying to do good things, these things you won't even have to ask about that. They'll just be lining up to you in your door. I've, like I said, I just never really focused on that because the universe just delivered them to me. And that's what the universe does. Oh, hello. What is it? Fade and nap? I don't know. Fat too? I don't know. I don't even know if I'm seeing that right. I might not. Okay. Oh, I'm good. I'm just fine. I'm just glad not to be at work. It's getting down to where no one wants to work there. People hate working with the sick. We're always short staffed. And I had a family member, literally, she was angry at the world, so she decided to bother me. And she goes in the room, watches me change her mom and everything, which I don't care. As she's screaming about how she's calling state and everything else. And everybody usually wants to get out of the room, but I just pretend I'm in front of a state inspector, and I literally got the stuff for the bed bath out and changed her. Laid her down with the Hoyer, and we were fine, so. Oh, you're welcome. I mean, honestly, it's going to come. It really will. I don't feel you're a bad person. I don't feel any negative energy. It's not making my stomach hurt or whatever, your energy. So you will absolutely run into somebody. I don't know what in what time, but this is how the angels and things work and orchestrate around. You absolutely are going to find somebody. But they want it to be, it's usually a surprise. If it's somebody really good in your life, that's going to be the big surprise in your life. So that's how I look at life, and this is how life has worked. It's mysterious. I never used to believe in God at all when I was younger. I grew up in Catholic school pretty much, and I just did not believe in God that much. I hated angels for the longest time, and I did. I don't like to lie because the universe does not like when we lie. And I rejected them for the longest time. I was alone. but I got my life together. And as I got older, I realized that angels weren't so bad. Sometimes bad things happen for good things to happen. And I realized that, and it's horrible, and it's just the way it happens. And when you're going through it, this horrible cycle, you think that God hates you. I used to think God hated me. I sat there and watched my mother die. And I was left as a single mom. And I really thought God hated me, but he just wanted to make me stronger. I realized when I was younger, so. But you are going to find somebody else, but maybe they're trying to bring the right person over to you, because this happens also. And angels work in their own time. They don't care about our time. They care about their time. So, I mean, sometimes you wait a couple months, sometimes it happens in a week. But generally, they got a plan. They really do. And this is kind of a person that hated angels. Now I don't hate them. I understand them better. And, at times when I see them, I don't resent them. And I'm glad they're there to help people, because they're there for natural disasters a lot. And for good people that are waiting, like if you're doing more good things, like I take care of the elderly. I've always taken care of either animals or humans or babies or whatever. It's what I do. I'm always been on the medical end, so I'm always doing good stuff. So I think people just land in my lap because that's where angels are. Angels are around the sick and dying. It's just a fact. That's why if you mess around with somebody and last thing they hear is you cursing them in their ear and this and that, the angels are always surrounding the dead. Always. So remember that if you're around somebody that's dying. That is a piece of advice. That's a piece of advice I could give you because it's absolutely true and I do not lie. I see angels all the time around everybody. And before people die, the last sense that goes when you die is your hearing. That's why a lot of killers, they whisper nasty things in your ear before you die, because they know that's the last thing you hear. But the thing is they're not the only ones hearing you. The angels are also hearing you. So, to people that do this kind of practice of being nasty to the dead, just remember that it's one step closer to God, and whoever it does not show any grace to the dying does get really bad karma. And most of the times they like to make you crippled. And it's just like out of nowhere, like people that do really bad things, sometimes they just get crippled. Or selfish people that are about ready to do something else, this happens. And there's really nothing you could do or say. It's like it's their penance. And it sucks. That's why some people curse God and some people like him, but I respect God. We have a mutual respect. I respect angels now because they have a job. They're doing what they need to do. So, and I'm just warning you guys because these are things and circumstances that can change your life, bring you good stuff or bad stuff. And they know what you like and don't like. Angels are kind of they have the same sense of and powers, I guess you would say, a demon has. It's the same. They really do. And angels can sense if you're telling the truth or not, just like a demon can. So these are just some facts to ponder on. And when you pray, they always say when you pray to really mean what you pray and mean what you say in your heart, because God also understands. You know, He really does. Like, let's say you swindle. Here's another scam likely. I don't know what's up with them today. So let's say you took millions and millions. Let's say you're a politician. You take millions and millions of dollars from people, and you get sick. Let's say you come down with Parkinson's or cancer or something, and you pray to God. After God watched all the people that suffered, and let's say because of you, 50,000 people died because you want to provide this or that. This is where God gets even with you. He doesn't answer every prayer. He really doesn't. If you have a sin to that capacity, a lot of times, whatever you got going on, it gets ignored and they just let you suffer. Because the good could let you suffer just as much as the bad. And they protect their own, they protect the innocent. And the dark protects its own also, but eventually you got to go to the light. So, let me see here. I'm trying to get better with these comments. I really am. Oh, Blood Fart. I like that. That is a really good name, Blood Fart. Let me go grab my tea. All right. My friends from work was commenting on my thermos. They said it looks like a sex toy. She came to me when I was working, my friend Kaylee, and she goes, "What is that?" We were asked, look at it. I go, "It's tea." And then they were telling me they think it's a sex toy. It's like if I lend these to anybody, I don't want them back. If this is the consensus. And she was laughing her ass off. And I told her, I go, "These were on sale for like $4. And they keep your tea cold or hot for 24 hours. You can't really beat that deal. Because I'm a bargain shopper. I enjoy a good bargain. So I love the dollar store. I think even if I ever did become famous, which I don't know if I'd be a good famous person, I'd still go to the dollar store. I don't know. I like it. I like getting a good deal. And I think I always will like to get a good deal. Well, me and Joy get an apartment soon. Is this my one friend with the guy with the Joy girlfriend that doesn't that's not making it official, or is this another Joy? There's a lot of women named Joy. I don't I have interest in names. Names have every 20 years another name becomes popular. I haven't seen Joy. I seen Joy in two streams. But yeah, it sounds familiar. That my Rube. Yeah, my friend Rube had a. Is this Rube? He was pining over his Joy. So I don't know. That's cool though. With your Dave though. I kind of miss Rube. He had such bright energy, and she never wanted to be with him, and he seemed very nice. But maybe they just weren't meant to be together. I don't know. But I will see what I see about this apartment. Like I said, I believe that we don't know everything. I only know what the angels and God want to show me, and that's it. Some things I'm not allowed to know, some things I am. Okay. Well, good. I thought this was Rue. It seems so. You seem so damn shiny, and Joy is such a. Oh, you're back together. See, well, that's good. I'm really glad you're back together. See, I remembered you, Rue. You were one of my first people that actually wasn't a troller, or one of those people that I think it's trollers. I don't know. One of those people that sit there and play gotcha games on your stream. You were one of my first real people over here, and I appreciate you. But let me see what pathway you enjoy are on with financial. It's nice to do a financial reading for you guys. I've done so many romantic readings. I am just excited about being able to do a financial one because I want to see you happy. Because I'm going to be happy with my dog village one day. And maybe you and Joy could come to my dog village. And you could see Chong and all of my hundreds of dogs. And and I'll let you enjoy adopt one of my hundreds of dogs. Because that's where most of this money is going, to the dog village. And I'm even going to have service dogs trained at this dog village, and I'm going to gift everybody with disabilities a service dog. I decided this. My brother still thinks that we need to get background checks done because people abuse people with disabilities. But this is what the dog village is going to be, and our dogs are going to be happy. They're not going to be caged, and they're going to learn to be dogs. And they're going to be happy. And if no one wants them, they're just going to live in the village. And all my YouTube money and Facebook money, which group they're actually paying me on Facebook for once. I'm getting a payout soon. I'm so excited. But anyways, Rube, you got a new moon in Virgo for your financial, which is good because this is just means that this is a time that you give more than take, which means you guys got to put your money together, pretty much. That's the pathway of this. And then you got a new moon eclipse, which is good. That's powerful change. So whatever is happening now will flip. That's what that card means. Which is good because if you want to get an apartment and move out, it's going to flip to where you live somewhere else. And you got a new moon in Leo, which represents you, Rube. And this is confidence is the key to your success. And it just means to keep your head up and you're going to be okay. So, I do see you getting it, but honestly, I'm saying maybe a couple months of saving up money. Maybe you and Joy together can just start putting aside money like I have, Rube. I go to the dollar store because we're saving up for a house. I'm drinking tea instead of going and buying a ton of pop, which is expensive. I don't eat a lot of meat. I was a vegetarian at one point, and I don't really like to eat animals, but occasionally I do because I've been getting sick not eating meat. But maybe just cutting back on expenses with food helps too. So these are all things you can do, or you can start out as a digital creator on Facebook or Instagram. I would suggest doing your reels on Instagram and starting out on Facebook because if you can do some nice reels and videos for them, takes about a year maybe once you guys get your place, and you could at least, depending on how good your reels are and funny sarcastic sayings and things like that, you can get up to $100 $200 a month. Some people are buying yachts over there. So I mean, a lot of people discredit Facebook, but there is a lot of money in Facebook. Over here's rough room. This is the ocean. There's a lot of sharks over here. There really is. But if you guys go and just do little things like that when you move in your new place, all you got to do is do cute little videos. And you do at least 6 of them a day and get established and go and get verified by Meta over there. And, just get a theme. Like mine is humanity because I feel strongly about helping out humanity. But some people, it's all about comedy. Some is about like relationship stuff. It just depends where you want to go with it. It's kind of like YouTube, but it's a more guaranteed payout because they're all about those cute little reels. And my God, if you guys had a dog, being a cute little couple as you are, that's even better. I think that's the only reason they like me so much on Facebook is because I have a dog and I can do reels. But really, anybody can. You just got to find out which kind of reels you're really good at. Because I'm not. I mean, I do a lot of different kinds, but there's some reels I can't do. Some people are real good at some kind. Some people are good at quotes. I'm good at quotes. Like I like to do like my one app. I haven't been sharing a lot of them over here because I have preset ones to keep me in the green, so I'm making money, and I don't share them over here because I feel it's cheating. But I get my pictures from these different apps, and I try to create my own videos and make some powerful words. And really, that's easy stuff to do, but you just got to believe in the stuff you're doing. But yeah, you guys are going to have an apartment, and I wish you guys all the luck. And like I said, I want you to visit, maybe help me make this dog village happen. Because Dogs for Family found a dog left for dead in a box. And I don't understand how is it that as humans we'll mercy kill each other, but a dog cannot. They won't put a bullet to a dog's head, but they'll put a bullet in their spine and their leg and everything else. That's what I don't understand. If it was a human and we were all in battle, and let's say I was pretty much going to die, but it would have been a long lingering death. Somebody would just come along and shoot me in my head for a mercy kill, which would be expected. They do this in the military all the time. I come from a military family. And mercy killing it's a humane thing when you're in battle because you're fighting for humanity. You're giving your life for humanity so you don't have to suffer they got these pills you can take in battle, and it's like it'll kill you like within 20 minutes, so you have time to, I guess, if you smoke weed, get your last weed or drinking or whatever. But animals don't have those kind of choices. And it disturbs me because I would want to know that if something happened to Chong, somebody would mercy kill him if he got out or something. Because I wouldn't want him to suffer. But I look at these dog rescues, they leave these dogs there to literally suffer instead of just killing them. And I don't understand. I don't understand these people. And I don't know if I'd want to meet these people doing this abuse because I would probably be in prison. I know I'd kill them. I couldn't stop myself. I really couldn't. So, I see these all the time. I see these rescues are trying. On my Chong group, I've been working a lot with my Chong group in this animal shelter, And this other one, they're trying to save money for these dogs that they have been tortured, that they're trying to medically save. And the thing is, oh, hello, how are you? Oh, okay, my friend is back. Kill it or Kellan. Oh, that's a nice name. I have the most basic name. Oh, it is a really nice name. I have one of the most basic names on the planet. I was named after my dead Aunt Michelle, so my family names people after dead people in the family. That's just how it is. We never get special names. I got two boys, so if I ever had a girl for whatever reason, that would be Linda, my mom's name, so because she's dead. But that's how my family runs. We don't have all these cool names. But yeah, I think because I'm an empath, I don't like the fact that people are I don't know what happens. They turn into demons when they see a dog that needs help. And when I was reading the story about the one where they literally cut pieces of this dog's skin and then it left him chained until rescuers came, and it's like, why would you do this? I mean, I don't understand. Who is these people? Because I mean, I don't know if they got mental illnesses or if it's the new drugs they're on. Because there's stuff now that's worse than I was told, that's worse than methamphetamines. And I guess if you're on them a month, it leads to a heart attack. And they're doing this for a quick buck. Whoever's selling this and making it, and it's horrible. Okay, hang on. Oh, okay. It is pretty though. You do? Now I want to get a whole shelter. Oh well, thank you. Yeah, I want to get a dog village like that guy in Poland. He's on Instagram. He's a veterinarian, and he made these little huts for the dogs to have a house, and he was trying to adopt out the dogs. So what he did is, in each hut he had enough for a small couch to teach the dogs like not to pee on the couch and stuff. And he would put like 2 3 dogs in a house, and he had them like a little village type thing. And people would come by when he was done training them, and they got all their shots, and they would adopt them. And it was in Poland, and this guy's amazing. There was another one I was following on Instagram. He actually was teaching dogs to drive cars, not like our kind of cars. They were like different kinds, where he changed the pedal, and to show people that dogs are smart. And he would adopt them out after he taught them to drive, with his little like go karts. So that could be. I'm thinking, instead of being negative and wanting to hurt these people abusing animals, maybe have people come together and just bring them and bring a place where these dogs could thrive. Because they need somewhere. They need someone in the world that loves and cares about them. As much as we want someone to love and care about us, they want a family too. So I'm going to have my own, instead of just a shelter, I'm having the Chong the Dog Village. I want to, and God, if wasn't rich enough like Mr. Beast, I would have a Chong the Dog Village in every country, even India. I would just have proceeds. I'd have cameras going in India with my dog village, and I would have certain people in the dog villages. I mean, that's my idea. I mean, it could be a reality or not, but I could dream, because I'm a firm believer that animals teach us how to love. Animals can give you back your humanity. They're a gift from God. So if we could save these animals, maybe they could save some people and give them a better outlook in life. A dog world would be wonderful. Not just dogs, just a dog world and cat world, and that respects all the animal life. It would be a wonderful world. And instead of everybody worrying about what's cool and what's not cool, or do I look fashionable, it would be, oh, did you feed that dog over there? Instead of everybody trying to be better than one another and just having attitudes like most young people do. Just a world of people that's actually trying to help out some, dogs and cats and wildlife, and then eventually people would bump into each other and they would get together anyways, and then they could have a small dog village, and I could start a whole movement where people start dog villages. It is one of my many dreams. I don't think it'll ever come true, but I can always dream about these things. But that's what I do when I dream of a better tomorrow. I try to find good solutions. Instead of sitting there and being sad and tormented by these things that I hear and watch, if I can influence one person today to maybe be a better person, I think it was worth my effort coming on here doing tarot card readings and whatever I need to do. And if that person does good works and maybe saves one animal or one person, then I did my job for the day. Because this is what I try to do, influence people to do good. Not bad, good. Don't get those AK-47s and take all of those crazy drugs. Go and just do something. Go have lunch go see your grandmother at the nursing home. I mean, that's something simple anybody could do any day of the week. I work at one. Nursing homes are very easy to go visit. There's certain visiting hours. The workers will let you in, and your family member would love to see you because they tell us everything. Even those acts of kindness count in the eyes of God. Because you got to remember, these are the dying. Just because they're not going to die for maybe 10 years or not, they are still the dying. And they are, when, you got a sick grandma out there, or sick grandpa, please go visit them. And if I can get one more visit for somebody, then I did my work today. I really did. Because I guess I am a dog lover, but I'm also a medical worker. And I've always worked with disabled children or elderly, and I feel a strong bond with both. And I guess since a lot of times they can't speak for themselves, I'm going to speak for them. And I'm usually the one they usually speak to all the time. That's why they'll leave us food, buy us stuff, or bring food to the facility for us, the families, because they know that we're the people that are actually there talking to your loved ones when you're not. And then when when people decide to flake off and not visit and then come, then my favorite is when they're dying. Oh, there's another scammer. I gotta hang up on them. But anyways, my favorite is when these people, these family members come after they die, and the one lady, they dropped her off, just dropped her off somewhere. They just dropped her off at a nursing home. Said they were coming back, never did. She had houses, yachts, and everything. She was with it. They did paperwork to say she was with it. The family said she wasn't, but the medical people are the ones that determine this, not the families. They have rights. They got Residence Bill of Rights. I have read the Residence Bill of Rights many times. Anyway, family came in after she died and wanted both yachts and the houses. And they were told that gave it to the APL. And they got mad. They were going to sue the facility. Facility had all of it was carefully done, social worker carefully done, and it was written down that they literally dumped her and they did not visit her for five or more years. And she physically just needed someone just to check up on her, and they were so uncompassionate they didn't even do that. So they got nothing. They got mad and said they were suing. But you got to remember, you leave your family members just because, and they get their life prolonged in a nursing home. And if they got to live out their last days in a nursing home and you never visit them, they will contact a social worker and you will not get anything. And they'll know that you just did not give a crap about them and you were just taking their money. And there's a lot of people, right after they die, they're all going after the money, which is wrong because these are people's mothers. They were once somebody's daughter. And when the kids come in and treat them like that, that's bad karma. Oh, that's real bad karma. If you do something like that and leave someone in a nursing home, spirits don't like it because that's where they hang out at. Spirits always hang around upcoming dead all the time. This is their favorite place to be. This is why I see so many of them because I work in medical. And generally, when that happens, when you get sick, they make sure that it gets prolonged and you don't bite the bullet. This is what happens. And it's called you learning your lesson. Because these people that try to take everything and dump this lady in the nursing home years later, the one lady ended up dying from cancer, and the husband of the person, of her husband, because the one they were trying to steal all her millions, the husband ended up dying in a nursing home himself, penniless, and from the ones that were trying to steal the 2 yachts and the homes from the lady. This is how these things run. And if you have a lot of hate in your heart, this is what happens. I was sick. I had on my ovaries I had a huge polyp on my ovaries. I could have had cancer. I didn't. I came out and the doctors really said it absorbed and everything was fine. I do good works every day and I live selflessly every day. And whenever I get sick, I come out like a champ. Other people, not so much. I had another coworker. I don't know what she did was bad or wrong. I know that she was trying to make right, but she ended up having a heart attack. And she was younger than me. But I don't know. Sometimes your heart just goes bad, but it's not good to put yourself in a bad situation also. Because you're here for a short time before you get reborn again. So before you're reborn again, you have to give acts of charity until you die. And you just got to find your way of doing it. Sometimes people take you, it's all different. Mine is, I guess, live streaming. But someone else's, it might be animal rescue. We all have our own charity we give. Oh, I'm good. I am very good. Oh, it really is. I don't understand. Yeah, being kind is the best thing to do. And people don't realize in the moments before they die, even if you're abusing an animal or a person, those angels are watching you. If you want to call them guardians, angels, or whatever, those entities are surround them because they're close to death. And if you invoke that much sorrow, you just don't invoke the darkness, you invoke the light. People don't realize that practice dark arts. They always say that, they're invoking the dark. Yes, I guess they are technically, but they're invoking the light also. Because whatever the dark does, the light must know. This is why there's the yin yang. The yin yang represents balance. There's darkness, but there's light. Whenever you do dark, the light's always watching. It's always there. And whenever you're doing good stuff, the darkness is always watching. You got to remember the yin yang. So, all right. Yeah, you can get a general reading. That's why I'm over here. I'm getting subscriptions for a dog village. The most crazy thing that I guess on YouTube going on here. Me trying to get money for a dog village. But that's who I am. That's why, if you guys could benefit from a reading, I know that my dogs could benefit from a subscription, because if you have enough, I know you can make somewhat of a little money over here. And I figure with Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and Snapchat and everything else, between all that I got, I mean, my dog village could be a happening thing, because Facebook has been giving me love today. Hang on. Oh, you was like that too? Why'd you change? You should never change. I mean, if you want to do good things, do good things. Don't let the bad people stop you. All right, I think it's altar. That's how I'm pronouncing this, is altar. So, all right, you have in your reading here. You're in a mutual moon, which is good. It just means that you're like in Back to the Future. Your future is unwritten, which is good. You have nothing blocking you. There's no bad karma. And you have some good karma, actually. So that's actually a good thing. And you're surrounded by a full moon in Aries and a full moon eclipse. And these aren't bad. I mean, it just I just sense someone's angry with you, and they want to yell at you and just want to have an argument. They're angry, or I feel angry or jealous, or both. I don't know. They're angry because they're jealous or something. I am sensing that. And you have the full moon eclipse, which explains the full moon in Aries, because these are conclusions within reach. So, whoever this is going to present themselves. And I feel this person is pretending they like you, even though they're secretly jealous. So, and jealousy usually leads to some kind of hatred in the end. So, that's what I'm picking up from you. So, and I'm going through this also with family members. So, it happens. And at least you're not in the bad end of any of that karma. So, you really have nothing to worry about. All right. Oh, you're welcome. I hope it was helpful. That's what I seen. So I mean, I'm not God. I only see so much. All right, I'll see what about this whole father situation here. So you got a toxic father, Dylan. Yeah, this happens. I had an ex-husband that was a little toxic, and that's why he's an ex. And the kids are older now, so, and he's changed a little bit, but it's terrible going through toxic parents. Sometimes, unfortunately, they do change. Sometimes they don't. It's a toss of the cards. I mean, sometimes what good bad people have kids. That's I mean, I guess that's the bad thing about life is that's how it is, and sometimes you got to ride through these things. You're in a full moon Sagittarius getting away from your toxic dad, which is really good. That's the direct pathway. And it's a luck card. That literally just means good luck. Luck is going to come your way that somehow you get out of the situation. So that is really, really good. And you're in a new moon in Libra too, surrounding this whole situation in a third quarter moon. New moon in Libra, Libra is a new romantic cycle. And it could be the same person or it could be another person. Just because it's a new romantic cycle doesn't mean nothing. It could be a love replenished. It could be that too. So people get those two confused. You got somebody that is, I believe, is going to be like a girlfriend type thing. I feel I'm seeing here, and the third quarter moon just means that you two got to make adjustments to get you out of the house. So I see the universe giving you a girlfriend. That's what I see. So, like I said, it's gonna. I mean, people that go through bad things, they come out usually in good circumstances. I was in bad situations. I was in real bad situations in my life when I was with my ex, and I always ended up in a better situation than him. This is what happens in life sometimes. It's crazy. When you're in a lot of trauma, they do this sometimes, spirits. And then they send you somebody to help you. So, I mean, it's not horrible. Keep your head up, and whatever you want to pray to. Or if you just want to meditate and do good things, you could do that too, and you don't need to pray at all. It's not a requirement you have to pray. It's just, I like to because I was raised Catholic, Dylan. That's it. If it wasn't for me being raised Catholic, I probably wouldn't like praying as much as I do. I would just do positive things instead, but I grew up Catholic and I just feel more comfortable with that. But whatever you need to do to stay positive, just stay positive and get out of the situation and don't do any drugs. Well, besides weed, if you're old enough and you want to do weed, don't do anything beyond weed, please. Stay away from those painkillers. Stay away from meth and this new super drug that's killing people within a month. Stay away from all that because that will ruin your life. So, I like to say this because I've seen reports of this on TV and it's very disturbing. Very disturbing. And I like to keep track on these kind of things. What list is this? Oh, you mean listing who's coming to my dog village? You could definitely come to my dog village. All of you guys can. Oh, I did. I recovered and we're actually somewhat friends. Sometimes you got to move on. But what's it? Oh, Karan or Kareen. Yeah, you're definitely on the list. All you guys are invited to Chong the Dog Village because I want to have little dog stuff. But I have healed from my ex, and I forgave him, but I didn't forget. So I moved on instead of going back because people. I was told that by another Catholic that if you could forgive and forgiving's fine, but you don't doesn't mean you got to forget. And I never went back to him, but we're somewhat friends, I guess. He plays these video games, and if he sees somebody with red hair, brown hair, and it's a woman, he would tell the boys that women are awful and shoot them in these shooting games. So I don't know. Maybe he has anger issues, but I don't. I've been fine. And I did find strength because either when you're at your lowest, you sit there and you die, or you try to stay strong for everybody else. And you only have two choices. And that's anybody has two choices. I decided to stay strong no matter I was defeated, but I decided to stay strong. I didn't have a dog then. I had cats, but I kept, for the sake of me and my animals, I moved on in my life, and eventually, years later, I met the new one. So I worked on me first. I wasn't worried about relationship. So that is actually the best way when you meet someone else is to work on yourself first and not even think about it. You work on yourself, other people, they want to be around you. And they want, even if you think like you're having a bad day, you look like crap, all of a sudden they think you look great. And you're going, man, my hair's sticking up. I got all these issues. I'm tired from work, but these guys like me. It happens. So, oh yeah. Did I forget about? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Quran. Is it or Korean? I don't know. I'm really bad at pronunciations. I really am. I've always been half deaf, so when I did hear vowel sounds, sometimes they were a little bit off all the time. Even with speech therapy, it kind of didn't help me. It helped me get to this point, but there's some things I don't pronounce all the way right because I was never really able to hear everything right. So this is why I be chopping up your guys' names and make them sound crazy. His names are very hard to pronounce in Spanish for me because it's so fast and I can't bear and I only can hear halfway. I only got 50% hearing, and English I pick up very well with bad hearing, but Spanish is so fast and you roll the tongue that I can't do it. Maybe if I grew up in a Spanish family, it'd be different. All right, here's your general reading. You have you're in a full moon in Capricorn. This means you're ending a rough cycle, and I feel it's romantic and financial, and you're right in there. So you're still kind of on that path. You're followed. What's like the two cards influencing this path is the fixed moon and the new moon Aquarius. The fixed moon is just holding on to your dreams, your visions, what you're manifesting, pretty much. Because it's different for everybody. What I manifest is different than what you manifest and what everyone else does. Here in this situation that came about is surrounded by a new moon Aquarius. There's somebody that likes you that you don't really think of in that way, but it's the cards are suggesting maybe to give them a shot. So It's somebody that could be beneficial to you that might be something you never thought about. But I don't know what this person looks like. It's a close friend I'm picking up, and that's all I'm really allowed to know. And they tell me that you know the rest, so because I guess that's the way the universe is. So maybe when you're meditating, ask the universe to show you possibilities of this person, and the answer they would probably give to you. Because really, they're not going to have me knowing all your personal stuff like that. Because that's just how things run. Okay, did V ever call you? Is this the one that I've done the readings on before, this V? Have you guys like talked or anything? Because I think it's been a couple weeks. Or I could be thinking of someone else. It sounds familiar because you used V and before the other person used V. So I'm trying to think of the name that came through. There's like different names. See, I'm never really in anyone's. I know when one of your in Facebook streams, it always just comes up your name. I think it's cool you guys can change your name over here. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. Okay, I just want to make sure it's getting the right person. Because I could have swore I did a reading about V before, so that can get awkward. I mean, my my oldest dad, I got my kids have two different fathers, and oh, okay. See, you guys are like family. So instead of dogs for family, it's Chong the dog family. Yeah, I have my kids have two different baby daddies, so I know that it was awkward after years, and first my oldest father was kind of flirting with me once, like a couple of years ago, and it's been well, a lot of years we were broken up, and it was weird and awkward. And his wife was there, and I just was like, "Please go with your wife." And then my ex husband was even there too, so it made it even really awkward. I get it. I think I understand. I mean, I stayed for my son, but at that point, I was ready to run out of the house if it wasn't for him because he was having a housewarming party. So I get it. But I could see what pathway that V and you have now. And it is when you get back together, when sometimes when people will do horrible things to you and you kind of get over things, sometimes love goes away or changes. Sometimes it turns to friendship. Sometimes it turns to respect. This is the mysteries of life. And the person that you so passionately wanted to make love with before, you could see him a year later and be like, why do you want to do that? That's happened to me too, and it's life. That's what everybody tells me. But the pathway of you and V is your guys are in a full moon eclipse. And this is a card that just talks about conclusions to answers. And that's all it is, and it's they're coming. It's within reach. So it's going to be coming to you, which is good because you need some kind of closure with this whole situation to figure so it won't be so awkward. If you don't have proper closure, you always have awkwardness. And your situation is surrounded by mutual moon and a full moon in Sagittarius. And the mutual moon just means that nothing is set in stone. That's literally all it means. It could go either way. It's whatever you choose when you get these answers. And then it's surrounded by the full moon in Sagittarius, which doesn't surprise me. It went with the mutual moon. This is just telling you to look at the bigger picture instead of focusing on the present, to focus on the whole bigger picture of the whole situation and take it all in. I think he's going to drop some kind of bomb. They would say not an actual bomb, but he's going to say something that you're not going to like. I'm picking up. And you're going to have to decide if what you're doing with him. I think he's going to want you back. I do see that. I do see you guys literally getting back together. So, but I would be real careful with that. And there's no harm in waiting and saying, let's just be friends for a little bit. I would do that approach because I feel that if you jump in it too soon, it's going to be another crash and burn for you. So that's what I would do. But that's what I'm getting from him and your guys' path. Oh, you're welcome. I hope it was helpful. Sometimes I see a lot of symbolism and I see a lot of different things that are different, and everybody sees different things. And I'm not saying all these other people are fake and I only know the answer, because I don't. Everybody knows pieces of truths. Some people see more angel numbers, which I cannot do. So I cannot do angel numbers, but somebody else, I'm not going to say that someone else can't, because maybe they can. I just could tell you basic things that come to my head, and someone else could do other stuff. All right. Okay. It could be, yeah. I don't know. I see them whatever circumstances he's going through. It could be. And you're going to learn something about his situation. I mean, I'm blocked to know what it is, but you're going to know it soon. And you're going to have to decide, but at that point, you might not want him back. The cards are telling me that too. I mean, he could have been diddling with a couple different women, as far as I know. It wasn't good. He didn't murder anybody, but I mean, it was whatever he did wasn't good. There was lies and deceit, I'll tell you that much. When you're dealing with lies and deceit, it doesn't foster a very good relationship. So I do see that. But maybe it's something that you could get over, and he lied for a good reason, and maybe you can only understand that reason. I don't know. But he is coming, and it is good, and it's going to come full circle again, so be careful. And like I said, be friends with him for a while. Be like, you know what, let's just try to. I did that years ago before I got with the second one, after the first husband. I did that. For like 2 years, we were pretty much just friends here. That was it. And I felt it out. But if you want to wait 6 months, at least wait a little bit. But some people wait longer, some people don't. But wait a little bit to find out the answers you need, whatever they are. And then assess the situation and see if it's going to help you or not help you. Because This is what happens in life, and sometimes you got to take some time back and look at it, just like a math problem. When you're doing a complicated math problem that takes 5 pages to figure out, you take your time. So do that with your relationship. You got to build it. You got to build to see that. Well, if you don't want him back, just make peace with the situation, and maybe you're his karma for his bad doings. Some women, that when they get stronger and the guys want them back, they become their karma. That's a real thing. I had a friend that she said she was always somebody's karma. But, sometimes this happens. Sometimes it takes somebody to hurt you and tear your heart out for you to learn a lesson. And then the person that had all that happen to them usually meets somebody else really nice that's not going to tear their heart out. So, but that's why it's not good to be mean to others and to be truthful, especially if you're in a romantic kind of relationship, because I feel it brings you bad juju and a lot of heartache in the end, because if you hurt people, then it goes full circle and it comes back to you, and those people that you hurt become your own karma. This is how these karma circles go. That's why it's good to be kind and not hurt people and be respectful. And if you don't get along with them, it's okay not to like them as a friend, but be respectful. And there's a lot of people I'm respectful towards. I just don't like them like that. I'm not sure that they're going to be my best buddy and my best friend, but I'm going to respect them as a human being. But that's what you have to do in life. But like I said, growing up in a military family, I learned all about respect. Everything's about respect and loyalty in this world. And if you have both of those, you're okay. And they're very spiritual because military is closely linked by death. Because a lot of military people die in battle. That's why they have Arlington Cemetery and all this other stuff. It's where your heroes come, people that'll die for their cause. But that's what happens. Alright. Yeah, you can. I'll get you a general reading. Yeah, I'm having a good stream today. The last stream I only had 2 readings. I don't know what happened last time. Probably because of the time of day it was. Everybody was looking at my boobs. And I don't really have that. I really don't even have boobs like that. So, it was a very weird stream. Everybody just looking at your boobs. I was like, okay. I wasn't weirded out or nothing. I just thought it was weird. But nothing bothers you when you're a medical. Alright, your general reading is. Let me get your name here. Natasha. There we go, an easy name to pronounce. One I actually know. And I know how to pronounce. So you're lucky. Alright, you are in a full moon in Scorpio. And this is not bad. This path just means that you're angry about a situation that happened to you. I'm feeling that. That's why you got that one. And I get it. I've been angry for 6 months, so it happens. But this card just says that it wants you to release your negative feelings. And I'm in the middle of this cycle too, Natasha. I gotta I got to give up on my negativeness and I got to give it to something or just let it go. That's what I was told. Either way, all it's all the same. But you got that card because this is what path you are in for the lesson they want you to learn. You're surrounded by a fixed moon and a full moon in Capricorn. How you got on that path was pretty much they're saying hold on to your vision of happiness and where you want your life to be and things like that. And you got a full moon in Capricorn surrounding you also. And it just means that you're ending a rough cycle in your life, which is good because after a rough cycle comes a good cycle. It's the yin and the yang. So if you're ending a rough cycle, a tough one, you're going to get an easy one and you're going to get a really good one. Because if something really, really bad happens, something really good happens to constitute the bad. It has to balance out. So I guess I'm picking up this was family and relationship. I get it. I've been there before with family and relationship. So I would honestly maybe try to do something for yourself and try to think of something that you want to do and start, as they tell me, manifesting it. I just manifest by dreaming it. Like right before I go to sleep, I think about how I want to accomplish it. Pretty soon, I've been manifesting a dog village. Oh, you're welcome. I hope I was helpful. I really do. But yeah, that's my manifesting. I've been manifesting a dog village that helps out all dogs, and people come and help me out with the dogs, and it brings together people and animals. That's my manifestation of that I've been doing. I know it sounds crazy, but this is what I manifest. Oh, hello. Fidelity, right? Or feed. Felicity? Oh my god, it's full. There was a TV show named Felicity back in the 90s about a college student. It is Felicity, right? Yeah, you can. Yeah, I used to love that TV show, Felicity. I hope I get your name right. It looks like it. I didn't think you'd put Fidelity. That's why I had to look at it again. That's I like that. I've always liked that name. I think that if I wasn't Michelle, I would like to be Felicity. People always call me Melissa though. I must look like a Melissa. Okay, good. I don't know. In my line of work, when you mispronounce someone's name, they get mad and they will literally tell you that what their name is. And then if you cannot pronounce their name right, they'll tell you just call me this. And they'll have like a nickname or some short version of their name. I don't get mad people call me Melissa, but some people get mad. And it happens every day in my line of work in the medical field. But Felicity, you are a new moon. Your path right now with your energy is a new moon in Pisces. And this is just a path where it wants you to meditate and contemplate. It wants you to just think about where your life is going and how you want it to go. That's where your energy is right now. And what's surrounding this whole situation is a fixed moon. They want you to hold your visions of what you want to do and accomplish in the world. And then you are surrounded also by full moon Scorpio, which they want you to release negative energy, which pretty much is self doubt in your case. You have a lot of self doubt. And I do too. We're not alone, Felicity. I have a lot of self doubt. I don't think I'm going to get my dog village. I got a lot of stuff on my plate. I don't know if I want to continue at the nursing home or be a phlebotomist. I got a lot going on too. But that's what I'm getting with you, which is not bad. So just do what I'm doing. Just every day, maybe just write down things you'd like to accomplish or just do a couple things and just try to relax and visually like when you're sleeping. I like to do it when I'm sleeping. When you're sleeping, just visually try to see what you want. So that's what I do. But what you want to do is what you're gonna want to do. But you could do that also. There's variations of this meditation stuff you can do. Oh, good. You know what? We're two kindred souls. I've been doing nursing assistant for 28 years. And I've also done management and a couple other things. And I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of it. I did go to school for medical assisting, and right now, if you went to school for medical assisting, you could be a phlebotomist. So I'm looking for my medical assisting degree, but I'm also thinking about going to these classes for patient techs. You could go to the hospital, take these classes. I think it's like 6 or 8 weeks or something like that, and you could get certified to put in Foley's. And I'm thinking about just showing my medical assisting degree so I could put in Foley's and I can do that. So if you're contemplating anything on medical, I'm just throwing that out to people because I found this out. And the medical people need a lot of help, a lot of help. So you could do something small. You don't have to be a full out nurse if you don't want to. Or you could just maybe do other stuff, but it is a hot career if you any of you guys are out there. I'm not promoting it, I'm just giving you guys options. Because life is all about knowing your options. It really is. So but you are very welcome, Felicity, and I like that you're a musician. Is it musician? I think it is. I was just saying. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you said musician. I don't know. I'm just trying to get back to my thing. Oh, yeah, you can ask your question, Nija. I think it's Nija. My will my freelance work finally pay off? Oh, freelance. Okay. All right, Nigel. I'm getting to your question about the freelance work. Okay. If you don't want advice, that's okay. It's the mother in me, I do have two kids. I try to be nice. I feel it's nice to try to do that. All right. You got a new moon, which means a new start is coming. I feel that whatever project you have is going to start taking off, but it's going to be at least a month or so. So, okay. It's a lovely project you got going on there. I hope your project and you are going in happy directions, Nija. And thank you for caring about animals and humanity and such. But I'm going to go ahead and take me a little break. It's been an hour and a half. So, and I'll be back on. I got my 4 days off. So, thank you guys for being awesome. And thank you, Rube, for coming back and talking to me. And Fidelity. And you too, Nigel. And I hope everybody has a good day. Oh, you're welcome. I always try to get positive readings. I don't. That's why I have moon cards. I don't do regular tarot cards that have negative meanings. I don't even have a death card in here. I actually took that deck, I put salt on it, and buried it when I got it because it kept going upside down. This deck is very positive and it gives you actual good positive answers. It doesn't give you in positive ways of getting your result done. So you are welcome. And I will be back. And thank you guys all for a great conversation.